Today is International Women's Day, and I'm going to be talking to some of our team members about what it means to count her in.
An interesting company is BHP, actually, in a very male-dominated industry in the past, the mining sector. Actually, BHP has set in 2016 a commitment to reach gender balance by 2025. And it's lifted the number of female employees by more than 10,000 people, but actually from 18% to 36% across its company, which is it's huge. And you see that also at sites. You see that sites in the Pilbara, you see that sites in Chile on the mines, where you have close to 40% of employees in some of the mines which are females, which is fantastic.
Hey Jess.
What does it mean for you to count her in?
So something that's going on my radar is gender equality in the supply chain. When I visited Bangladesh last year, I noticed that a lot of the supervisors in these apparel factories was male, and this leads to all types of issues. It's not just underpayment, but it can lead to things like unsafe work environments, culture issues, and just generally stops women from getting into high positions. And this isn't an issue that's confined to the garment industry, but spread across supply chains. I think it's a really important area that investors and companies can look at.
What's a company from your perspective that's leading in inclusion?
Given we've been talking about gender pay gaps recently, I think a company that really stands out is National Australia Bank.
Awesome. And what makes their approach unique?
Well, they've had a long ambition around diversity and inclusion. All their leaders have diversity and inclusion targets and goals in their annual performance plans. They are the only bank and one of the only companies to have a target to get their gender pay gap below 10% by 2025, and that involves making sure that there's female participation between 40 and 60% at all levels of the company. So I think, look, they've had these goals for some time, so I think they've been on the front foot and really raised the bar for other companies in Australia.
Hi Mary.
Hi Jess.
What does it mean to count her in?
To me, count her in means to ensure that women have equal access to opportunities.
Amazing. And what's a company for you that you think is leading in inclusion?
I think that Mercado Libre is leading in inclusion. It's a major e-commerce company in Latin America.
What makes their approach unique?
Well, first of all, Latin America is a very diverse region. It has 660 million people, and within that, Mercado Libre is in every country, and they have 100 million e-commerce users, and they have 50 million fintech users. Within that, they do a very good job of having inclusive financial products. So they purposely extend credit to women and to people who are not included in the financial community. They create a lot of entrepreneurial opportunities through their e-commerce business, and they employ a lot of people from very diverse backgrounds through their other businesses. They have an ecosystem model, and women and minorities are a huge part of that ecosystem.